Hey guys, another match. This is a platinum match on the pit against Greg's Games. Um, we did do some tournament play today. Uh, got to finals phase and in Low Elo Legends, that same tournament from the other time, and got knocked out in finals phase, semifinals phase, trying to do a different strat. It's a bunch of games, a lot of gameplay, I guess. Thinking about uploading it. I haven't gone to recording to it yet or anything. So if you guys want to see that, shoot me a comment and I'll do those tournament matches. But for now, this is just a ranked match on the pit. We bump into a scout early. Kind of mess up my sheep micro here, but we did drop our TC next to these berries. Our stone and gold are out here on an island. Idling a villager, which isn't very good. But we're picking up this sheep. We did see his scout. Yeah, his scout's hitting this side of the map, and we kind of figured that was what was happening. Let's just see his build. Yeah, he's just going with one scout. Okay. So, um, we're bringing the sheep back again. A little bit of misplay with our sheep. We have one villager on gold already, so we're a little bit different with our build right now. What we normally do. But against Stella, you can definitely do an aggro age 1 gold denial strat, or you can do an H2 Mangudai push, or you can do TC boom. Against Delhi, I think you have a lot of flexibility in terms of what you can do here. If we had gone with Horseman Rush, we would be hitting his gold right about now, and he has no gold collected at the time. So besides his first 100, so this actually probably would have worked really well as well, in terms of denying his age up time. But we just decided we were going for a little bit safer play in terms of the Mangudai push. Um, this map is small enough, and I think the resources usually spawn far enough away from your TC that you can actually get some early raids in. Picking up his sheep on this side, so I got an okay haul of sheep here. We can see on his over here, he's got a really good haul of sheep. He's got 12 sheep. He picked up those metal sheep before I did, so that's kind of my fault for not sending that con over immediately, and at least contesting some of these sheep. And yeah, we're picking up these 5. I think we're gonna pick up one more on the way back. We got 4 base. We got 10 on food and 2 on gold, so we're getting ready for age up right now. And we're gonna tap up with 4 villagers here. We set them apart as a control group, so it would be easy to select them when it's time for age up. We're gonna drop out the sheep. You see, we haven't touched our starting sheep yet because of these berries. The berries are a little bit slower in terms of um, resource collection, but it is letting us to have a secure sheep for our transition. Delhi has a reputation of going super aggro in feudal age too. Okay, so he's scouting this side of the map and he sees that we've pretty much picked up all the sheep here. Up with the Dome of Faith, so he's going to get cheaper scholars. And go back to us. We're going to scout the other side of the map. He's not picking up any sheep, so we kind of knew that when we saw that earlier scout. Excuse me, that he was heading up there. So again, we're just kind of checking it out just to see the layout for resources and whatnot. I'm still rallying villagers onto wood here. We're starting to drop outpost. Delhi has usually a good presence with horsemen and whatnot, so it's important to get kind of an early outpost going for that early aggression. Delhi with their scholars can start pumping out units really fast with just 1 or 2 barracks or 1 or 2 stables. It just takes 1 building and they're basically cranking out as 2. So you have to be kind of ready for that. So, and we do see his scout here, and we're able to pick that scout off. Pretty sure it dies, yeah. which is nice for us because he got a semi decent view of us. Let's see. Oh no, he got a complete view of us then. Yeah, he completely saw us there. Okay. And now he's aged up. He's about 30 seconds behind the age up. We're pulling one gold villager to drop this archer into. We're going to start getting Mangudai out. We're going to scout his base right now with our con. We're kind of jumping the gun in terms of dropping the range, but Mangudai will almost always come in use in H2. So we come back here. We see he's got a decent amount of villagers. He's got 7 on wood. And we see he's got a bunch of villagers with berries. We see no outposts. Let's see his resources. He does not have wood stored up, but I mean, he should have enough here soon to drop that. We do see a stable coming up. So with the with the stable coming up, we know he's going to go into mass horsemen. A lot of daily players do this. And we're just going to kind of finish circling around his base here and getting a good vision. We are double producing our first set of Mangudai. 4 gold is enough to keep constant Mangudai production as well as a little bit extra. Start storing up for castle. Village production here, a little bit of idle time, which is a little unfortunate. Um, yeah, we're dropping it on for that other Mangudai production, I guess. So we're trying to prioritize Mangudai production. It's okay, just not the best move. We also have 8 villagers on wood. We've got a little bit of too much wood right now here too. So Garrison's these villagers and he does quite a bit of damage to my comm, but he doesn't snipe them completely. We do see the sheep. Excuse me. And we kind of actually wanted to avoid picking it up. I hate picking up that sheep with my con when he's fighting because basically that means one less sheep that can spawn here. We're starting to rotate our villagers onto the sheep here. We're able to dye this house from going up, and if we look at his, about to get pop caps, so it's pretty big. Let's kind of look at from his perspective now. So we're able to push him off of this wood here. He's got enough wood to drop a tower. We got 2 more Mangudai over here. And he's dropping a couple of houses now there. And canceling this one, so we got a little bit of resources out of that. We did have a stable up, researching regular horsemen, and going to start double producing horsemen. We wanted to start burning down these houses over here and these stables. You can see he's producing his horsemen. They're coming out in 11 seconds. Again, basically at double the speed. We're able to push him off with gold here. And he starts pushing us here, and we're able to see that he is kind of pushing us. We'll see this. So we see him kind of harassing our Mangudai. We're going to pull this Mangudai force back and deal with these horsemen. We're not entirely sure what he's going to do with these horsemen. He does pick up our villager that was going to go kill this tower. Kind of unfortunate. All of his villagers are under TC right now collecting food. 27 on food right now, so that's kind of crazy. He's definitely got a little bit of mismanagement there. He's got 9 on 2 there. We're able to garrison our villagers when we see him pushing here, and we're kind of able to chase off these horsemen, and the villagers garrisoned kind of helped too when garrisoned there, so that kind of tower kind of makes those raids really look unappeasing. So it was a good move on our part there. We got a good amount of villagers here collecting food. The villagers that were on berries, there's only 6 of them. We put them over here to deer, so we're not super good. Our our mobile food, I guess, we're more committed into our pastures here, which we don't have any. We also have a ton of wood floating. There we go. 2 pastures. Definitely about time, if not sooner, that we should drop those. We're probably a little bit busy here. We're bringing our Mangudai up here because we saw his horsemen. And unfortunately, we do pick up this sheep. We'll drop him off later. But he's got a good massive horseman. He's got 10 horsemen. You can tell we don't have enough Mangudai to one-shot these at all. So we're just kind of harassing where we can. We do try to pick up this scholar a little bit late. And the big thing is his army's not committing to fighting us. And we do have a little bit of horsemen here, so we're going to kind of raid these buildings and burn them down. Well, going for the stables first. Here's more top cap. Actually, we probably should have gone for the houses here. I just didn't want more. I just didn't want more knights coming out while we were fighting here. We do see his tower starting to tap up here, and behind this, still villagers rallying on there, and we're getting our melee upgrades. And a little bit of a miss mic on our part here. We definitely should have been shooting these villagers building the tower. If we had stopped this tower coming up, this would have been a much better um, on our part. As you can see here, that the tower barely gets up. One villager survives. So if we had been focusing on it earlier, we probably could have done more damage. Um, we do pull back our cab. I think he was bringing his horsemen over, so now we're bringing him back again. And I don't remember if we go for the stable or the house here. Um, we do build a tower over here for more vision. Never hurts. Um, we see he's garrisoned here, so we're just going to fall back. No sense in fighting here. But the big thing is we're going to start burning down this stable, which is really going to hinder him. So we have more military production in the works. We're getting our steel and arrow upgrade too from Mangudai. We're going to 8 damage now. And we have this stable burnt down, which is really big. We got a little bit of resources, but the big thing is now we've hampered his income. And wow, he is floating 3,000 food. That's crazy. That's really crazy. So the big, that means we're doing a really good job of restricting his wood here. Yeah, because he's got 100 wood. So yeah, 100% should be trying to force. And I can kind of see why later on he was forcing the issue on wood so hard because he had so much food stocked up with those sheep. So he's just trying to pick up some wood here. We are building a forward kind of position here with this tower. We have burnt down these 2 houses now. That he pop capped again. Big. And we're just kind of constantly raiding him. We got pretty good vision of his base. We're going to start doing damage to this Dome of Faith. Not perhaps the most important mark that we should have been hitting. We probably should have been going for the blacksmith first. But we keep his villagers off of the wood here. Force him to the back, and we have 1 idle villager. I'm sure we'll do something soon. We have a decent amount of wood production going now with 10 as well. And as you can see, we got a little bit overcommitted on the food and not enough on gold. We do want to start looking to age up. He's pretty entrenched. And with that 1 tower, makes it so it's hard to push him. So we're definitely looking to kind of start aging up here shortly. The deer stones for a little bit more room for pastures, up to 4 pastures. But yeah, you can start seeing that we're starting to get some idle villagers. Still raiding this Dome of Faith. Bringing over some more cabs to help with the burn downtime. And he's floating a ton of food still. He got a good amount of gold now. So it looks like he's going to be able to age up. And we're coming over here and we see he's fast mining his gold. I was a little bit surprised with his age up to castle. It shouldn't have caught me by surprise. You see this happening here, so I thought I had a little bit more shut down. So we're able to idle his wood eco again. We'll bring these horsemen in, do some damage to these archers. And we have an okay mass of Mangudai here. As you can see, we can a one-shot with the Mangudai here. But they do tear it through these spearmen or these horsemen pretty quick. And he is tapping up with the House of Learning. I do spot this. And that's okay. We're just gonna pull back our forces. We're gonna start burning down this archery range a little bit. And behind this, we got a massive cab again, a 7 cab that can start doing some good damage here, hopefully. And yeah, getting inside this TC range is definitely a mistake. And with this the castle age upgrade, I figured he's gonna either start upgrading his archers or he's gonna start pumping out. Elephants. That's usually the transition that they all do. Over here, we got a good amount of food or wood stored up. We dropped with the crow tie. I want to keep the proxy on with the pressure and be able to heal up there. We do have to kind of fall back from this pressure of these horsemen. So our forces died off, but we've been able to really slow down his eco here. I say quite a bit, and we were able to push him off of this wood here with the return of our troops. We're going up to 4 ranges now, and we have 3 stables. Bringing the Krotai up front for faster healing. Uvu is done, so this is one mistake that we definitely needed to start our second Uvu. We did drop a tower here just in case we did get raided. We do have 23 villagers, so we wouldn't be able to garrison all of them with just that tower. But we do have space for 20 villagers there, and we transitioned a bunch of these food villagers onto gold. We're kind of suffering for gold, so we definitely need some more. Since we're not a step readout, and honestly, my Crota probably came up a little bit even further than where I had it, and I could have rotated probably some more villagers onto wood to start cranking on siege, because I think if I was starting to get siege out right now, probably put a lot more pressure on him. Over here, we see he's trying to tap up this Tome of Faith. It's a good idea in some sense, but because once it breaks, it takes a long time to repair to get it to pop up again. We're down that landmark, and we're just kind of falling back. We don't really need to overcommit here. We are getting our veteran Mangudai upgrades, so I do kind of want to wait for that to come through before we come through and raid again. Dropping our prayer tent, and let's just kind of look at his side of things here. He's building another mosque. He isn't sending a guy out to pick up relics or anything. It's just kind of, since he's got 3 scholars, it's probably, he definitely could have picked up at least one, but I didn't fully realize it. I thought I had 3 relics here, but I had 4 relics on my side of the map over here. So we definitely were going to be able to shut down his gold production a bunch. We do see he's got a tower elephant. If you go for the sacred side of this relic, it's a good move on his part, securing some gold. But now you can see, food-wise, he's suffering. So that big food production he had, now he's suffering. He's only got he's putting all of his villages on wood and gold, and he has no food income right now. So he's burned through that 3,000 bank of food that he had, and it's a really good way to juicy raid. He's got 17 villages here, and we're just sending these horsemen through. We were just kind of seeing. We wanted to go for this lumber camp and this blacksmith. Big thing with the deli is their slow upgrade time. So if you can, it's free, but if you can take down those things like these blacksmiths, it really hampers them. Egypt or teching up. Over here, we've got a really nice proxy base now. We do have our prayer tent up. It's picked up our first relic. We're not garrisoning it. And over here, we get a really mean raid on him. Yeah, he racks a little bit late here and pulling back these vills. So he's going to lose a lot of villagers here. And his army here is mostly archers, so our horsemen and 1 knight should be able to deal with this with the Mangudai supporting them. And then tower elephants, they get melted pretty quick by melee units, as you can see here. So we're able to cut through them pretty quick. And his scholar is picking up this 1 relic. So we're going to stay and burn down this tower here. The tower's protecting a few villagers, and it's also been kind of a thorn in terms of raiding this gold here. A little bit sloppy micro with our Mangudai, pulling them back. Behind this, we do have a decent force massing up again. Again, 9 of them. Picking up the 2nd relic. We'll pick up our 3rd here soon. Building a market, we were floating a lot of resources sometimes. Want to be able to trade out. He drops this town center kind of underneath me, and that was a good play on his part, and it helps secure this wood line. So we're just going to kind of fall back here, and we're just going to reset. We know we've done a lot of damage to his eco. He's at 51, or we're at 51, and he's at 29. So he's got 2 TC, so he can probably re-establish here, but he's got to get his food income going. Yeah, he's at 60 food income per minute, so can't support double TC production right now. Um, Transitioning into food here, it might have been a little bit risky or greedy, but he definitely could have gone for these berries over here. Even these berries, this side of the map has been shut down, and we've massed up another force of 14 horsemen. Horsemen are also veteran now; they're upgraded. It's going to kind of help. And we got a little bit of Mangudai as well. We got 8 Mangudai with the con, so that makes it 9. And the TC is okay, but it's only got a space for 10 villagers. So we're going to be able to start picking up all these villagers over here that aren't garrisoned. Kill 1 or 2. Yeah, we kill 3, probably 3 or 4 villagers here. And we're going to burn down this TC pretty quick with these guys. Um, we have dropped finally our Uvu up here. We don't have any upgrades, kind of a misplay. Food is looking okay, and our gold is looking really strong. Wood is kind of suffering. We did pull a few villagers off of food as well onto our wood line. And yeah, another tower elephant gets picked off here, unfortunately for them. And yeah, so those 14 guys, we still have um, 7 left, so we've lost half of our raiding force here. We've done a really good amount of damage. Burnt down the TC, shut down all of this eco, killed a tower elephant, and we're getting down this next archery range. We're not going to cancel the sacred site right now. He's floating a ton of gold. A market probably wouldn't have been a bad idea for him early on, especially since he had 3,000 food at one point. He's transitioning now into farms, but he's in a pretty rough spot now because he's really trapped. We got 56 eco, and he's got 26, so a 30 villager deficit at this stage in the game. Pretty much impossible to come back from. We do have a girl up here. Moved to the berries, and we dropped the tower. We have moved this market that we built all the way up there. We do have 3 relics. Did have one more relic we picked. Um, we try to pull out of here, and we lose 1 knight and 1 horseman. And I think he micros. Yeah, he micros. He does a pretty good job microing. Yeah, and we just pull our horseman out, and we do have 1 knight, so um, definitely behooves us to pull it out there. But here we got a rating force of 18 guys again, so stronger than last time. And this time we've got 9 knights instead of just 2. So that's going to be a lot more staying power. And we've got 14 Mangudai behind this as well. Kurotai's healing and Siege Workshop is coming up. Behind this, we also have our pasture eco stabilizing up to 8. We got plenty of pop cap space for them. We don't have pretty much any of our eco upgrades. We've invested pretty much into straight military. And we're running up and around here to see if we can find any cheeky resource collection that maybe we're missing. I was surprised that he hadn't GG'd at this point, so I thought um, perhaps he had gathered some more resources. He's starting to cap that site. We were able to push off his villagers here from the wood. And the big thing here with veteran Mangudai, we did drop our defense arrow buff, but under a full TC, you can run under all day with veteran Mangudai and Castle Age and not worry too much about attrition. Um, so yeah, at this point, his eco has been completely shut down. Yeah, he's only got 14 eco. He does get a little bit of a raid here, but we have towers, so we're able to garrison our guys, and he's gonna pull these guys back. But we are coming up with this army to clean that up, and villages are still garrisoned. I think at this point he's just thinking about the GG at this point. I think Trebuchet's coming up. More Cav, more Mangudai ready. So early tempo that we were able to kind of hold on. A little bit of mistakes on his part, not dropping up on defensive towers on some of his resource collection points. And yeah, just another match. Um, Thanks, guys, for watching. If you guys want to see those tourney matches, just let me know. I'll get to recording them. There are quite a few of them, as you can see. Um, there's a couple of French matches I played as well, but mostly Mongols. They were all pretty good games. I think I had a couple. One bad French game that was definitely winnable. One Mongol game that was definitely winnable. Two Mongol games that were definitely winnable. And then the semifinal game against the Abbasid, Stomping Hoof, and then I tried a totally different build than what I normally do, and completely failed. It was really bad. But yeah, Plat 3, we're almost getting up to Diamond again, so thanks again, guys, for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.